we are here. So let me start this show by telling you happy Portuguese Day.
Oh.
June 10th.
Yep.
Come on. You want to be Portuguese, you need to...
What is the Day of Portugal? Day of Portugal?
Yes, Day of Portugal today.
But is that anything to do with Portugal itself? Is that like
it's like the 4th of July for America.
Awesome. I didn't know that. I learned something today.
June
I
10th.
thought that was an American thing we made up here.
Why, you think they were so jealous they made up a date like 4th of July?
I just thought that was a date that, the Portuguese Americans here created July 10th as a day of Portugal. I didn't know that was the actual.
No, that's they actually independent. So
okay.
That's a much older country than America. But
when did, out of curiosity, Carlos, when was
don't ask me for story because I was terrible in story in school. So.
No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't. I always thought they were independent. So I was just wondering, who did they gain independence from, or was it just the start of the country itself? No,
I think they became independent when they separated from Angola. Angola was part of Portugal, but then they got independent.
Oh, all right.
I think that's when the whole thing happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. I learned something.
So, protests in Fall River, everything went nice and smooth, I guess. Couple of people trying to skip the circle, but they got them under control and tell them, you want to be here, you're going to behave, or else we're going to send you home.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe out of the 4 people, only 1 person was from Fall River. The other 3 were from surrounding towns, and I think somebody was from the Cape as well. So interesting.
I think they got good money for.
I don't know. I mean, you see a lot of ads in the paper that these people are getting paid protesters. So yeah, if
that's a good job during a pandemic. That's a good job.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, you're right. They should. I wonder if they get paid hazard pay, right?
My question is if they're getting paid on top of the $600 a week.
Oh, who knows? I don't know.
That's a good job.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it has been really quiet with the COVID since all these protests have started, right? I'm waiting for Dr. Fauci. I haven't really heard from him in the last.
I heard him today in the news. I heard him today saying that what's going on now with all the cases coming back, that was something that he was expecting. That he said that was going to happen. So he's not surprised. Some states are getting the numbers high again.
So he was expecting the protests?
No, he was expecting the new cases to come back.
Oh. Yeah. All right. Well, believe the doctors.
The numbers to go up.
I guess believe the doctors. I don't know. I mean, because the WHO, the HOW, or whatever, what is the World Health Organization, came out and said, if you're asymptomatic, you don't have any symptoms at all, you can't really pass it on. And then they came back a day later and said, oh, we were wrong. So I don't put a whole lot of confidence, when you hear conflicting opinions that way. So we'll see. Time will tell. Yeah. I believe the state of Rhode Island is going back to school fully in August, from what they said. So that should be interesting too. That so maybe they're kind of moving this along as well.
So the fact of Colin now saying that he's not going to vote for Trump.
Who's that?
The Senate, the Republican.
Colin. What's his last name? Colin.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, he was a military person. Yeah. Why are you throwing that in on me?
No, I'm just throwing questions at you.
Well, I don't.
Are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised because he voted for Obama both times. So, I mean, can he consider himself really somebody that's a Republican if he's voted
So it's not the
Democrat?
It's not the new.
Oh, no, I don't believe it's anything new. We voted, you know what I mean, for a Democrat twice. So, I mean, with that, I think it'd be more surprising if he voted for a Republican this time, Trump, you know?
Yeah,
So, yeah, I don't put a whole lot of, I mean, we have our own opinions. I don't hold other people's opinions that high.
yeah.
You know, at least is how I look at it. But nice throw.
So I'm going to throw you another one. The famous last tweet from Mr. Trump.
I haven't even
Uh,
read them. Fill me in.
huh? No,
I
about
haven't read them. Fill me in.
about the 75-year-old that fell on the ground with a lot more force than he actually got pushed.
Yeah, you know, it shouldn't have happened. However, if I'm out and I see 30 police officers in riot gear, the last thing I'm going to do is walk up to them.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think the problems, Carlos, at least my opinion, the problem with our society is now we think we can do whatever we want. And then when something happens and we get hurt, we blame it on the other folks. We have to take responsibility for our own actions, you know.
Yeah, but
So,
the problem here is the conspiracy from the president with no
well, he did.
proof, with no proof that he actually was there because he wanted to do all that.
I did hear, I haven't read this, but I heard this. I didn't read the president's tweet, but I did read where he had this senior citizen gentleman had a lot of derogatory tweets toward police officers when they went back and looked at it. So it wouldn't surprise me if he was part of one of the protest groups and he was doing that. I can't see any sane person walking up to a bunch of people in riot gear. That doesn't make any sense to me. Did he deserve to be pushed? No, but why was he there? You know what I mean? Why would he be there?
You think he will go as far as throw himself on the ground until he bleeds from his head?
Well, I don't think he threw himself on the ground. I think he kind of fell. You know what I mean? He did fall, but I think he was knocked off off balance. That stuff happened after. However, again, self-responsibility. When you go in and do, what is the term? Do stupid things, win stupid prizes. So when you do silly things like that, silly things can happen to you or bad things can happen. We all have freedom of choice. And, you know, I believe you should do the right thing and not put yourself in situations that you shouldn't. You know, and he didn't do that. Do I find, you know, the way things are in the world, I believe, I could believe anything. You know, I could believe that he was a paid person for one of these groups. So, I mean, nothing surprises me anymore. Yeah, would I have probably said that? That's not my style, but I mean, we all know what the president's style is, you know, and he knows a lot more than we do with some of this stuff going on.
Did you went to any of these protests?
No. Oh. I'm not gonna. Yeah, why did you?
No.
I mean, I don't. You know, for me, I don't feel.
Not because I don't believe on what they're protesting on.
Yeah.
But it's just because, like you said, if I'm not there, I'm not going to end up, you know, on the ground because I'm not there.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, no, because you don't know how things. I mean, look what happened in Brockton. Look what happened in Brockton. Look what happened in Minneapolis. I mean, yeah. So you know, you just got to take these things into consideration before you do them. I mean, I've seen some of them. I saw the one at Battleship Cove. You know, and I mean, some of the things that folks were saying, I get where they're coming from, but this is 2020 now. You know, and I think to come out and say that you're afraid to leave your house, you know what I mean? This is not Afghanistan. It's not Syria. This is the U.S., you know. So, you know, I can't control, I can't say how people feel. It's just something that I don't feel is the case now, that people are afraid. Because if you're afraid to get out, leave your house, you wouldn't be out there screaming and, you know, marching down the street screaming and stuff. So, you know, I think we got to put everything into some kind of perspective.
What do you think about the elections? How we doing?
You mean for the national elections?
Yes, between the two candidates.
I don't know. What do you think? I'm
Well,
curious to what you think.
I think that we stuck.
Yeah.
I think we stuck. If you don't like any candidates and you don't go vote, that means that you're giving your vote to the winner.
Well, let me ask you this. Who would you have liked to have been on the other side, on the Democratic side? Who would you have wanted to vote for?
From the candidates that actually run?
Yeah, that ran, yeah.
The candidates that actually run, I liked the Chinese guy. I liked the what's his name?
Yang, Andrew Yang?
Yeah, yes.
So
I kind of liked what he said. It's not a message that everybody agrees.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think that he was way to one side.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know?
Well,
So
God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I think the way he debated, I liked it. I think he made it simple.
Yeah.
For to debate and for people to understand him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean that's probably the European in you, the European American in you.
Mm-hmm. Now I have people, saying things that actually Joe Biden never got accused of. I have people saying, I don't like the way I see him here or I see him there. And I'm like, it's a lot of junk on Facebook. It's a lot of fake videos that they can just put my face on it. And now I'm all over Facebook and I don't even know what's going on.
I don't, Carlos, you don't even have to look at Facebook, watch the news.
Exactly.
Just watch the news.
Exactly.
Just watch the news. And you can kind of, look at it that way in that sense. If you are okay with what you see on the news, then you know who to vote for.
Yeah. So, I mean, is Joe Biden the perfect candidate? No. But like I said, this is a special election. We are not looking for the perfect candidate, the best and the perfect candidate. We're looking to replace a current president. That's what makes this election different.
Yeah. So I mean, if you think Joe Biden would do a better job than the current president, then you know who you're going to vote for. Then that's all right.
I don't think the people are concerned about what he's going to do. I think people are more concerned that he's not going to be tweeting, at 3 o'clock in the morning, stupid stuff. Okay, which is not from a president. I think, it's a lot of things that whatever people don't like to see on this president, they want somebody to replace him that at least not going to follow the same steps. If he's going to be a perfect politician, maybe not. I don't think they're even looking for politician. They're looking for somebody to replace this president.
Well, Carlos, all you got to do is when you hear the candidate talk and he says that he's going to do a good job, he was in office for 8 years. Mm-hmm. If you like the job he did those 8 years that he was in, the time he was in the Senate, then you know who you're going to vote for.
Well,
shouldn't be a hard choice.
8 years. Listen, the 8 years that he was there, everybody knew that Obama was putting on a note every morning on his table what he had to do. I mean, we all know that. It's nothing the guy wake up in the morning and say, okay, that's the difference I'm going to make today to America. I'm going to do this and this and this. That was not the case. The case was he come into the office every morning and you will have Obama notes on the desk. That's what you have to do today. That's it.
But I mean, if you think that he's going to be a better president, then you know who to vote for. Then that's all, right?
but that's what I think that we're wrong.
Yeah.
They're not voting for a better president.
Okay.
They're
right.
voting for somebody to replace. Why do you think Joe Biden win? Because Joe Biden, from all 25 candidates, Joe Biden was the one that just by name is recognized. So that was the best candidate that actually could get this over. So that's why he got picked. Doesn't matter if he got more votes, that he got more money, that whoever got more money. That was not the case. The case was the party, the party committed the same mistake that they committed the last time, picking up the wrong candidates. Yeah. And now they're struggling to make the difference and to make their candidate the best candidate.
Yeah. Well, let's switch this up to your, because no matter, this time that we're in right now, no matter who people want to vote for, you or I.
People already made up their minds.
Yeah. People
we are 6 months. Exactly. We are 6 months away, and everybody knows who they're going to vote for.
Yeah. I mean, if people are not happy with what's going on now and they think that the other candidate is going to do a better job, then that's who you got to vote for. And in 6 months, then you'll, if you don't like that person, you got to wait 4 years, But
the difference this time too, John, is people, even on their party, are dropping off like flies.
Yeah.
That you didn't see before. Even if they didn't like the candidates, like Bush, Republican Party had a lot of people that didn't like Bush.
Yeah.
But when they went out to vote, they support their party, voting for the candidates. Yeah. And we're not seeing this now. We're seeing them coming out publicly saying, I love my party, but I'm not voting for this candidate.
Yeah.
So
well, they did that last time.
That's the difference.
They did that last time too. So, but that's not surprising. They did that last time.
For Trump. The last time with Trump.
Yeah. That's no surprise. Everybody that's come out now, they did that last time. So that's not surprising at all, So, yeah.
So,
why don't we switch to local here? That's your favorite.
Fall River. Viva Fall River.
Did you watch that meeting last night?
No, I didn't. But,
oh my God.
I did watch it, and I just been hearing things here and things there, just on the news and stuff. And I heard that once again the mayor was 35 minutes with the city council.
Yeah.
And I heard that now they didn't even want to. Before they didn't even want to look at the 112 budget. They could not even hear about it. They didn't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
But now they want the 112 budget. So if you're going to have a 112 budget, let's go and call the state in, make sure we got our numbers straight this time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody's in the same boat as us. Let's face it. All these cities and towns are in the same boat. The state of Rhode Island right over the border is in the same boat as we are. I mean, this is something that's unprecedented what happened. So we know there are going to be issues here. So my thing is...
John, remember just the end of last year, the governor of Massachusetts was telling that Massachusetts was one of the richest
I don't believe that.
States.
I don't
because how many millions or billions of dollars we had on cash reserve?
Yeah, I don't believe. I didn't believe.
Now
that.
We broke.
Yeah, I didn't believe that for a minute, but I mean that's if we were in such good shape, why didn't they put the income tax rate down again? Why didn't they put the sales tax amount down again? Whenever they raise taxes, they say we're going to revert it back. We voted to revert it back, and it's still in there. So if we had so much money, why wouldn't you give them back to the citizens? So I didn't believe any of that.
Mm-hmm. But now we broke. So 6 months after we broke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, part of it is our issue here. We only can pay for half our bills. Mm-hmm. So you're always in that precarious position of if the state comes in and says, we're not giving you the money, dad and mom say, we're not giving you the money, then you're on your own. And what do you do? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's the situation we're always at this level here. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, this isn't the first time. It happened in 2009. you know, that
So
we have to deal with it.
from the meeting last night, what do you take? What do you take from the meeting?
I think a few people are like over the top, you know. I really think that they need to draw it back a little better. You know, I think Cliff really needs to rein some folks in, you know, including himself. I mean, I think you can talk to people and not agree with them, but at least not be like almost yelling at people. There were times last night that people were yelling. I think it was unnecessary.
Yeah.
But that's just my feeling with it. You know, you're fighting with the people that you're working with. There's nothing sinister going on here. This
So
is just someone's opinion.
One of the news bites that I heard on WSAR was the fact that they didn't have been meetings about the budget, and they just got the budget in front of them to vote. So this reminds me 3 years back, for the past 3 years, the problems we had. And the reason they approved the last budget was because it was too late for them to vote it against.
I mean,
but next year we want this information early enough.
Yeah, but
that's what it was told.
Yeah, I know, but it's a different time now. Come on, with all the things going on, they're not even meeting in person right now. So, I mean, it kind of gets crazy when they're not even meeting in person. And, you know, so to me, it's like we're in times here. It's kind of like what's going on nationally. You know, this is new to everybody. Instead of finger pointing, come up with solutions. You know, I just hate that, like, got ya kind of thing. Cut the got ya stuff out about, you know, the mayor changed his mind with us. There's so many things going on right now. Give me a break. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear that. And it's your opinion, what you think is going to happen in the future. You know, what do you want to do? You want to lay off people now? You're going to have to pay for the unemployment. That's what some towns have done. I believe the town of Wareham laid off 100 school employees there. You know, and then what are you going to do? If you find out you get this money from the state or from the feds, oh, come on back now. You know what I mean? To me, it's too premature. Let's see where all this money falls, and then go from there. You know,
one thing that really scares me right now. I mean, it's a few things on the budget that I didn't take a look. I have the budget for the past probably 15 years that I can show you every year. I get the budget. I print the budget because I want to go and I want to look. I didn't look at this one. It just came out. But water rate is one of my worries. And another one is school. How much we're going to put into the school department. Because not having numbers, not knowing what's going to happen in September worries me. Because remember, half of our budget goes into the school department. Last year was $122 million out of $245 million. Was half. And scares me because we have, 11,000 kids in school that we educating? 11?
I think it's less than that. I think it's around 10, but yeah.
Maybe 10, but 10 and a few more. So I'm putting 11,000. So, and the city of Fall River has 88,000 residents.
Yeah, I think we have more than that now, but
yeah, so we live with the same money that cost us to educate 11,000 kids.
Yeah. Yep.
Did you put those numbers into perspective like that? That 80,000 people live on a budget that cost us to educate 11,000 kids.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of services that come into that. You know, you figure every kid that's on like an IDP, I believe they have to get transportation to school. So that's an added expense. And it's not like, you know, when we were in school, it's door to door, you know, where I remember when I took the bus, I lived a mile away. You had to go to a certain bus stop. It wasn't right in front of your house, you know? So things like that add to the cost for sure, you know.
Yeah. And now we need to realize too is that now kids getting educated home.
Mm.
So some parents probably like that system.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
they don't have to send the kids to school and they will educate their kids home. But that's not going to decrease the money that the school department is going to ask from us.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. There's a lot of questions out there for sure. So I guess we'll see, but I think it's a little premature for them to want to talk about laying people off at this point, you know. And to me, obviously, public safety, this is not a time to mess with any of their budgets at this time. You know, especially with everything going on right now. I really don't think that's a good thing to be doing right now. So,
and I don't think, I think the councils want to go like for 2 months on 112 budget. I don't think 2 months is going to be resolved.
Yeah, well, it depends on when the monies come back. I mean, isn't the budget that they did last year, isn't this the 2022 budget they're working on now?
Yes.
Okay, so is that budget from like June, from July 1st on, or is that for next year?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Fiscal year ends on the 30th.
Okay, so this is for this next coming year then. Yeah, I
That's
mean,
next coming year starting in July 1st.
Yeah. So, I mean, you have to see. I mean, maybe people will stop buying cars, and with the restaurants opening up, that, you know, maybe that'll stop bringing in money again. So we'll see, you know.
Because now it's going to be even worse now, I think, because a lot of people is going to stop getting those checks next month.
Yep.
Okay. And they're going to go to the regular unemployment that was, you know, 3 times less than what they're getting right now. So if they could not afford to pay their mortgages, now it's going to get even worse in August.
Well, why wouldn't you be able to pay your mortgage if you were getting 3 times your pay?
They are going to end.
Yeah.
They are going to end those $600 checks in July.
I understand that, but I mean, if you
so by August, if they are unemployment, they're going to get the regular unemployment checks.
Yeah.
Which is $100, $200. If you got an unemployment check for $300, you got yourself a very good job.
Yeah. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So people were getting $900 a week then?
People are getting the $600 in top of the regular unemployment check.
So was that for a month or for a week?
For a week.
Oh, well, you know, then people should be saving that money then to pay their mortgage over the next couple
That's what I'm saying. Now with the banks saying, you know, we don't want your money because you know, save your money. They're not going to hold those mortgages forever.
No, well, I mean,
you know, by August they're going to say, well, guess what? You own us 3 months of mortgage.
Well, I mean, if the thing was that you're getting that extra money, I don't understand why people wouldn't pay their mortgage and rent. Why wouldn't you have paid it especially when you get extra money? You should have been paying it ahead.
Not everybody is good with money. You know how you got money this week and next week you don't have money. So for those,
oh, hey, I don't know what to tell you.
They'd be trouble.
I don't know what to tell you, Carlos. They probably shouldn't have bought a house because they probably couldn't have afforded it if they couldn't do it with their money before. So, hey, I don't know.
I don't know. So, but the help is, I think they want to push the tax from the Durfee into next year's budget. They want to start it earlier, which is going to make things more complicated because Durfee, we were supposed to, that override was supposed to start in 2023.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we'll see, right? Everybody wanted it. We needed a new school, you know?
Well, time flies when you have fun.
That's it.